Cody with Thompson Family Homestead, doing another Bullnose Ford video. Today I'm going to be taking the old stock headers off and I'm going to be installing some long tube headers that I ordered from Holley. So first step is, let's get under the hood, get these old headers pulled off so I can get them prepped, the surface prepped and ready for the new headers. So let me turn the camera around, get y'all under the hood. Here's the old crown jewel, the 302. Not HO, but wind intake and Edelbrock AVS2 carb on it now with the old Chevy HEI. But still working with the stock heads. Eventually gonna put some GT40s on there. Maybe if we can save up enough pennies, some aluminum AFRs. We'll see. But anyways, if y'all watched my last video, I took out the AC and heater and all those parts and made some room. So if you're wondering how much access you got to these headers on these 302s and these Bullnose Fords, you can see you got a decent amount. If you get all of this junk out of here, plenty of room. I already got all the bolts out, didn't snap any off. They actually came out like butter. Easiest header bolts I've ever taken out in my life. That's why I love these old Fords. I don't seem to break anything off on these trucks. Everything comes out nice and without any problems. So I'm gonna pop this header off and pop the driver's side and walk around here and show y'all what you're working with on the driver's side. Decent amount of room over here. Just got to get that dipstick tube out of there and plug wires off, but this side don't look that bad either. But all of this over here is stock. I mean, stock for if you converted to carburetor. If you had EFI, you'd have a bunch of EFI garbage on there. But anyways, I'm gonna get these headers pulled off and we'll catch up then. Well, the old cast iron headers are out. Surprisingly, they weren't cracked. But also surprisingly, there was no header gasket. So I think that's why I had such a bad exhaust leak, because whoever installed these said, I guess we don't need a header gasket. Never seen that before. I was wondering why all of these header bolts are coming out like butter. And it makes sense now because somebody's taken these headers off before and reinstalled them without a gasket. But I guess maybe they put anti-seize on them when they reinstalled them. That's why they came out like butter. So they did one thing right. So I appreciate that. But anyways, I'm waiting on my Holley headers to come in. They should be here in a couple days. And I will get them installed and show you that process. But that's them off of there. Lots of room. Can't wait to hear this thing with them long tubes on there. So, all right, I'm waiting on the UPS man. When he gets there, we'll pick this video back up. All right, guys, I got the headers installed. I apologize for not getting any video of the install, but I got a little ahead of myself and got excited and just wanted to get them installed and hear what this baby sounded like. But let me show you under the hood how it turned out. As you can see, there's plenty of room. You can see your collector back there. Able to get to all the bolts really easy. You can see I made the panels to cover up the squirrel fan and condenser and all that I ripped out of there. I think it turned out pretty good. Put some bead rolls in there and painted it. Looks really good, like factory almost, in my opinion. You know, y'all might think otherwise, but I hope it looks factory to you guys. But took a little time while I was under here installing these to clean up the engine bay a little bit. I got rid of the old coolant tank that was faded and ugly and got that nice aluminum one. Rerouted my fuel lines and redid my gauge and regulator location, and was able to cut out about almost 3 foot of fuel line. So less the better in my opinion. But you can see on this side, headers fit good on this side too. I did learn something personally, since this was my first time ever installing long tube headers. When you go to install these, install them from underneath the truck. I was trying to stuff them down from up here, and I could not get them to fit, and I thought I had ordered the wrong headers or they were too big and I was gonna have to send them back. But I crawled up underneath the truck and then they slid right in, no problem. And you know, you can see there's plenty of room, but they sound amazing. For 130 bucks, you can't go wrong. I am highly impressed. Holley always puts out good quality products, and I appreciate them with their white box program, helping out the everyday hot rodder. So if you're thinking about buying a set of long tubes for your truck, definitely go with these Holleys. I'm not affiliated. They didn't send them to me. They didn't, you know, give them to me for free. I'm not getting any discount. This is just my personal opinion. And really, they're great. I did install using the Fel-Pro gaskets, which I liked better. You could probably run with the Holleys that they came, the Holley gasket that they came with, but the Fel-Pros, you know, I know are tried and true, so that's what I used. But next thing is taking it to an exhaust shop. I want to do some true duals with a H pipe. If the shop can do an X pipe, I'd like to go ahead and do an X pipe. I think the X pipe sounds really good, but these things are ridiculously loud. It's got a nice low rumble now. I mean, it literally sounds like a race car. I know everybody says that, but I mean, it really does. It sounds like a race car. This sounds like a 500 horsepower 302 now, but I did notice some low end torque. You know, it's a little more peppy in the low end now, and it screams on the high end. But I'm very pleased with how all this went. I hope this video helps some of you guys out and gives you an idea of what it's going to be like to install yours and what kind of room you're working with. I will say that if you still have all your AC and heater stuff in here in this engine bay, this header is probably going to be difficult to install. More so getting the bolts tight, because these about last 4 are going to be very difficult to reach. I would say, you know, you're going to need some extensions and universal joints and some finagling to get those on, but it's doable. But anyways, I'm going to get some videos of this truck, cold start, and, you know, throw a couple 6,000 RPM revs in there for you guys and let y'all hear what these really sound like. But thanks for checking out the video. Like, subscribe, help us out. We're almost at 500 subscribers, so we're getting there. But as always, drop a comment, drop tips, tricks, anything you guys know, anything y'all think I should add to this setup. So I know one thing I do want to do is add some spark plug insulators. MSD says those silicone plugs can handle high heat, but they're almost, some of them are actually touching the header, and I know once this thing gets real hot, I have a bad feeling those are going to melt. So that's the main thing I would suggest if you're buying these headers, is go ahead and buy you some insulators, you know, like the heat shields. But other than that, guys, thanks for checking out the video. Stay tuned for the cold start and rev clips. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.